YouTube. This video is on loving yourself. Okay, first discussion right now. I've been seeing a lot of comments left on other YouTubers' pages where they would talk about depression. They would talk about like certain issues where majority was always about a person's appearance, and it was about how they felt growing up and how they were like teased about their body or what clothes they had. And I decided, hey, I can make a topic called loving yourself. And what I wanted to do was base a lot of different issues and a lot of ways people could suppress those issues and how to resolve them. Number one, you should never be one of those people who think that I need to have another person in my life to be considered that I love myself. Like, no, that doesn't really help you in that situation, because you're using that other person as a crutch. Like, you're basically saying, hey, I need to have this person in my life, and if that person leaves, I need to make sure I have another person to come in my life, because that's how I experience love, that's how I express it. But that's not the good way of doing it. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to love somebody else? Don't be one of those people who say, you know what, I may not love myself, but if I'm with somebody else, I can love myself. No, you're not gaining anything from that, because all you're going to do, you're going to feel miserable, and you're going to put on this fake attitude that, oh, I'm good, I love myself, I have such high confidence, but you technically don't, because you're with this person and you're using that person's confidence to boost yours. You can't always use another person's confidence to boost your own, because when that person leaves, your confidence gets shut down. If you are a person that has high self-esteem, even without somebody, before anybody even comes into your life, then that's good, because that shows you're a strong person and you love yourself deeply, and you don't need another person to basically fill that. Too many people nowadays feel that, oh, if I have a boyfriend, if I have a girlfriend, or whatever, I'll find love. I'll feel that love. That the thing that I'm missing will be there. That my whole self-esteem will be there. Like, I'll get that all back. But no, there are certain points in a person's life where their self-esteem could be low, it could be high, and there's reasons why. It's usually caused by bullying. It's usually caused by something that happened to them and during their childhood. And number two, people need to understand that not everyone has high self-esteem. There are people who have low self-esteem because of certain issues they went throughout their lives. Like, for example, when a person is bullied, their self-esteem gets brought down way low. Too many people think, oh, you need to get over that. It happened in the past, let it go. That person could get over it, but still, the scar is still there. You can't tell a person, oh, you were bullied in the past, you need to let that go, that has nothing to do with your future. Okay, it has nothing to do with it, but the fact is, what is that? It can shape you. And that does have something to do with your future. It basically molds it, it makes it a little bit difficult. And granted, I'm kind of contradicting, because I just said it has nothing to do with your future, so I'm going to just jump back to that. What I mean in that statement is, you can't let the past events affect your future. But the thing is, what you go through from the past, it molds your future. Too many people have made the statement that, oh, if you let your past hold you back, or if you let your past affect anything in your future, then you're weak. Then you're just basically a person who's looking for someone to feel sorry for them. But that's not always the case with some people. And technically, when you use that as an excuse, then what kind of person are you? People need to understand that when a person is judged, when they're treated badly, when something, whatever happened in their life, makes them think about things differently. It's not about oh, because this person you're with has high self-esteem and you should have that too. No. If you have low self-esteem, then that's something you need to work on. You can't depend on another person to give you high self-esteem. You can't depend on another person to give you self-confidence. Because once that person leaves your life, walks out, whatever, what are you gonna do? You're gonna hold on to what they told you, or you're basically gonna try and think, oh, you know what? Without this person in my life, I don't have self-esteem anymore. I don't have that high self-esteem I had anymore before. So you need them there. You're using them as a clutch. You're pulling them back into your life because you feel as if, oh, I need this person here. I need to fill that. No, you gotta love yourself first. You should never let a person bring you down. You should never let a person be the reason that you brought yourself up. You should never let that person have that much control over you that, oh, this person brings so much happiness into my life. So the fact that they're here, I have self-confidence. You should have self-confidence on your own. It's good to have somebody there to bring you that too as well, I'm not going to lie. But you should also be able to build your own self-confidence. Because once that person, like I said before, once that person walks out of your life, what are you going to do? If you have your own self-confidence from the start, then you're good to go. But there are certain things that people need to learn, that your self-confidence can be brought down easily. Because if that person walks out your life, and I keep repeating myself, if that person walks out your life, that will bring your self-confidence down. That will make you question what the hell happened, what went wrong. And if you're doing that, then you have no self-confidence. You basically are sitting there pondering that this person gave me that type of encouragement, and I need them in my life. I can't live without them. No, you should never be that person that depends on another person. You should always depend on yourself. You should not have to basically have somebody as a crutch. You should be able to stand up on your own 2 feet. And a lot of people don't seem to get that. If you have high self-esteem, cool, but don't pull it to a point of being conceited. Don't pull it to a point where you're putting down other people. Don't make it a point where you're just basically being a total asshole. And number 3, here's the other thing I want to discuss about loving yourself. If you are a different body size, if you are short, tall, fat, whatever it is, you need to accept yourself on that category. A lot of people think just if you look like, for example, if you look like, for males, if you look like a big strong dude, oh, that this is going to be an easy pass for you. For females, if you look slim and you have nice hair, nice eyes, or whatever it is, it's going to be good for you. No. If a person is basically talking to you or whatever it is because of your looks, that person has insecurities on their own technically. You should never talk to a person based on their looks. There was a quote on Tumblr. It basically was talking about that a person will only talk to you if you look good, and then they'll focus on your personality. But if you do not look appealing to them, they will not focus on your personality. That's how shallow the world is. And that's the basic truth. There are people who will only talk to you if you look good, and then they'll focus on your personality. If you're one of those people that a person doesn't appeal to you because of their looks, you need to really rethink your thoughts and your way of life, because who the fuck does that? Who sits in their room or wherever they're at and sits there and analyzes the person like, that boy or girl looks really good, but wait, let me get to know their personality, and just because they look good, and then turn that in and go, wow, he or she looks very ugly. Oh, I don't even want to know their personality. I don't even want to get to know them because they don't look good, so I'm gonna leave that alone. It's like, that's shallowness, and that usually brings people down too. That makes it hard for someone to love themselves. But also, if you're the one sitting there judging, you don't love yourself at all. You have insecurities. I used to hate pretty boys that basically thought it was okay for you to call someone ugly because you thought you had so much popularity, that everyone liked your picture, everyone wanted to be like you, everyone wanted to date you. They were always on your dick or whatever, or pretty girls, they were always on you. And that makes your mind so damn clouded that you think you're so much better than everybody. No, you're not. People like that, they have insecurities of their own. They have to be told they're beautiful. They have to be told they're sexy, they're handsome, they're all this. They have to be called out in the street. They have to be like idolized. And I'm like, why? If you're so good looking, if you feel like you're the best looking person in the world, why do you need people to worship you? Why do you need people to tell you I feel good, that I look good, or whatever it is? Like if you feel good, cool, but why do you need someone to comment on it? Because that makes you so much better. That gives you such high elevation. Like no, if you look good and you feel it, you should need a person to tell you. You should need a person to come to you and be like, yo dude, yo girl, you look so good or whatever. And what are you left with? So you can walk away and be like, yeah, I just got told I look good. Like I love that. I love when dudes or girls tell me I look good. So you need someone to come into your life to tell you that you look good. You can't stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself you look good. Because the one trick about loving yourself is if you stand in front of a mirror and you tell yourself you look good every day, that kind of helps. But if you have to depend on comments from people, you don't love yourself. You want someone else to basically show you love. You want someone else to basically tell you you look good. You need commentary on your looks. Like, why would you need commentary? You're not at a fashion show. You're not at a beauty pageant. You're not at whatever, an award show, whatever. You don't need commentary to make yourself feel good. Like it's I'm not gonna lie, it's really sweet when people do it, but don't do it to a point where you're basically being really annoying or you're just fishing for compliments. Like when people would post pictures of their bodies like, oh, I'm not looking for comments, I'm just doing this to show all my hard work and all that extra stuff. Like, you're not looking for comments, but yet you posted it. You're not looking for likes, but yet you posted it. You're over here giving us a full statement of what you do, and yet you're not looking for comments or likes. But you posted this picture. You were looking for a comment. You were looking for people to like it. You want people to basically say to you, oh my God, you work so hard. Oh my God, you got a nice body. Like, what? If you're working out, it shouldn't be for someone else's pleasure. It should be for your enjoyment. Like, you should be able to be like, you know what, I work out, I show my body off. I don't need people to comment on me. I don't need to feel like, oh, when a person leaves a comment, it makes me feel good. Like, granted, if it does, that's good. But you should also feel good about your own body without posting it. Like, oh, let me post a picture of my abs or whatever, and let me see how many people comment on it. So you're pandering. You want people to comment on it. You want people to be like, oh my God, this dude got a hot body. Like, what about this? Why don't people ever post pictures of their IQ, a grade that they got on like a test, a book they're buying, or like, oh, I got a new job, look what I do, or something intelligent? Why is it that people like to post pictures of their bodies? Like, oh, my body is hot, everybody wants it. I'm like, okay, if you're proud of like people wanting your body, fine, but why don't you post something that involves intelligence? Because if you're basically using your body as a way for people to be attracted to you, that's kind of sad, because you don't love yourself that much. You don't think of yourself as being intelligent. You think of, yo, my body can get me wherever I want to be in life. No, that's not always the case. Number 4, don't use your body as a weapon. Don't go, oh, I can show my body off and this person will automatically love me. Or this person will think I'm the best shit ever. No. You need to basically use your mind. You need to accept yourself. Too many people go for it on the body image because they don't accept who they are. They don't accept the fact that, oh, I may look like this and I don't feel good. No, you could be big if you want. Like, that's not a problem. And if it comes to a point where it's a health issue, then take some care about it and do something that will help you remain healthy. It's okay to work out. It's okay to want to improve yourself, but don't do it to a point where you're becoming obnoxious, because technically you went from loving yourself to being a total ass. No one loves an ass. I mean, no one loves an asshole. You want to work out? Fine. You want to better yourself? Fine. But don't throw it in people's faces. Don't be like those type of people that when they get their bodies in like the most perfect shape, they think everyone's supposed to be like that. It doesn't work like that. Not everyone's body works the same way. Not everyone can do the same workouts you do. Everyone has a different form of working out. Not every workout works for that same person. Like some of the athletes even say it in their interviews. They're like, okay, just because I do this type of workout, it doesn't mean it's going to work for this person. Fitness trainers, they give every type of person they work with a different set of workouts to do. They do not give the same person or a different person the same workout that they gave the last person. They change it up. Even if they've been with that person for years, they always change it up. That's one thing I remember from when I would work out with my best friend Chase, was that every time we would go into the gym, he would give me different workouts to do. He would give me different sets, all that stuff. And that's the basic point of it. People need to realize this. Not everyone's going to look like what you see in magazines, TV, whatever. You can't be shallow to other people. If you become shallow, then you destroyed who you are. You're not being who you are. You're being what society has painted you to be. You're using your looks to be cruel, to be obnoxious, and think that just because this person doesn't look this way, oh, you could basically bring down their self-esteem because you don't feel good about yourself. If you don't feel good about yourself, that's your problem. But don't use that as a reason to attack somebody else if they're feeling good about themselves. Don't try to bring someone else down because they have somewhat of confidence or they have no confidence. So you know for a fact you can bring them down to make yourself feel good. You can bring them even more down, even more lower to make yourself feel higher. I'm probably going on for a rant here, but people need to love themselves. Don't hate yourself because you don't look a certain way. Don't hate yourself because someone wouldn't want to be with you, or you feel that your race or your ethnicity is a problem. Like, don't hate yourself because of that. Don't hate your skin color. Don't hate your weight. Don't hate the stuff you wear. Don't hate the way you look. Basically, don't hate the way you look. Everyone's supposed to look different. We're not all supposed to look the same, because if we look the same, you know how freaked up that would be. Don't get mad when a person thinks you're like, okay, I can't say don't get mad, because that people do get mad about what I was about to say. If a person thinks you're ugly, try and pay them no mind. Be like, you know what? I don't care. I know it's tough. Be like, I don't care. Because, to be honest, if that person took the time out to call you ugly, it's possibly they feel bad about themselves. They feel bad about who they are. So they have to go attack you. You look probably better than them. So, like Taylor Swift says, shake it off. Just shake it all off. Love yourself and know who you are. But also, do not, and I repeat, do not try and make others feel bad about who they are. Everyone has their own life, and everyone makes their own choices. Don't ever try to make someone else's choices for them. You can be there to give advice and give tips, but don't ever try to be somebody else's parent or whatever it is. Just remember to always love yourself. Don't let nobody else tell you you're ugly and that you're worthless, because you're not. There's always something great about you. You just gotta find it. Later.